Hey, Goliathon Volunteer, this is Phil McFarland. I am here with Paul Stone.
What's up?
We're going to go over with you how to do a volunteer at Ninja Killer. So we're here at Ninja Killer.
Okay, so this is a brand new obstacle for us. It's very different than it was before, but some similar things going on. So as a volunteer, as your group, you want to place somebody out in front. Okay, so pan back here. Someone out here in the line area where you're greeting and just making sure people understand they're at Ninja Killer. And then as they come up, you want to make sure they understand the rules. Okay, so here's the rules. There's a lot of wording here. This is the most wordy group of rules that we have on any obstacle. Okay, so and the reason why is because there's lots of technical stuff on this obstacle. So if you're judging here, you got to be right on top of things. All right, so jump from angled step to angled step, and then from tire to tire without touching the ground. All right, so all of these, come down a little bit. All of these have the angled steps, and then they all have the tires. Okay, so in this first two elements of the obstacle, you've got to do that. If you touch the ground during any of that, you're out. All right, so if you slip off and you see somebody slip off and you're the judge, you got to call them out. When you call someone out, you don't have to force them to get off the obstacle, but you should ask them, okay, you're done, you need to step off of the obstacle. Okay, so if somebody flips out, then you can talk to them, but the goal is to get them off the obstacle so that someone else can come behind them. Okay, so that's how you get through these first two elements. Once you get past the first two elements, G1 is step on and swing from tire pole to tire pole. We're going to go look at that in a minute, but again, G1, swinging through there, they can get assistance. All right, so if someone needs a little help with a swing, you as a volunteer can help them, but hopefully somebody from their team is going to help them. All right, so G2, you got to traverse the bar. That's hand over hand, and then use the rings only on the pegs. They might drop a ring, and they might think, oh, I can just grab the peg with my hand. That's out. They're going to be touching yellow. They're out. Okay? Pegs only to get to a position where you can jump to the landing pad. All right? Have to touch the landing pad first. They don't have to make a perfect landing, but it has to be the first thing that they touch. G3, very technical. All right? They're going to lache to a salmon ladder. All right? That's a jump in the air to the salmon ladder. They're going to go up 3 rungs and then across the pipe, traverse, and then holds. All right, so there's holds hanging down, and those holds have yellow on them. The goal there is if they just incidentally touch the yellow, just maybe graze it or something like that, then I wouldn't call them out. But the goal is to keep their hands off the chain and their hands off of getting on top of the hold up there. All right, you want their hand down on the actual pipe. Okay, so you got to keep a close eye on the G3 people. You're probably only going to have about 15 or 20 people make it through there to those, but you got to keep a close eye on them. And if they touch the yellow, you got to call them out. All right, we're expecting consistency across the board. Okay, so let's walk through this real quick. All right, G1, we're going angle step to angle step. If I slip off and touch the ground, I'm out. Okay, then I walk through the tires, coming down. Here they can get help. They may need some help to swing through here. All right. If they touch the ground in here, they're out. Okay, they got to come down to the last one here and reach over. Come down this log. They still need to touch the landing pad. Okay.
G1 is the only place where they can receive help from a team member. G2, G3 is all on their own.
Okay, let's walk back up to G2. Same deal on G2. They're going to come down, take a close look at these tires, okay? If their foot is here and slips off, they're out. But if they're here and they're up, then they're okay. But if they come off, they're out. You got to call them out. Okay, they're going to come down here to, this is the pipe traverse. So they got to work their way along and up to this platform. From here, they can't touch this pipe. This is where the rings come in, and they're going to go down this with rings to the landing pad. Okay? G3, they're going to come from the last tire, and they've got to make this jump. And G3 is pretty hard, so I'm not going to be able to show you everything on it. But they got to make this jump from here over to the salmon ladder, across the pipe, and then here's these hanging holds, and you can see the blue, but you can see the yellow above it. Again, they have to touch the landing pad. All right, so that's the whole obstacle. Got to be careful. Phil, did I miss anything?
I think that's it. We will be here in the morning to make sure that you understand how to judge this this obstacle and know how to be an effective volunteer here. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.